Brain Bank has been essential in terms of providing tissue for people who are interested in postmortem research. And postmortem research had been the mainstay for psychiatric research prior to the 1900s. But with the realization of the complexity of mental illness biology, it really lost its ability to contribute. Scientists have really been relying on non-invasive imaging studies in animal models to understand the pathology and pathophysiology of mental illness.
So SWBB stands for the Southwest Brain Bank, and the main mission and the goal for the SWBB is brain collection, research on mental health disorders, and also collaboration, training for medical students, residents, fellows, and undergrad students here.
The Southwest Brain Bank, it's a scientific program where we collect and study brain tissue. The main idea is to know more about the human brain and understand it better. And the idea is to look for solutions and therapies for patients with mental illness.
The mission has changed from a primary research mission to adding on a teaching component. We have felt very strongly that just as people realize that with medical illness there's a disparity of care, disparity of access of care, there really is also a disparity of care, a disparity of access to research, and for people to benefit from the research. And so the Southwest Brain Bank has taken on the educational role to provide a neuroscience research center for the students in the South Texas and the far West Texas area to participate in research on mental illness.
I have family that lives here, so I'm very much connected to the city. And the Southwest Brain Bank has a special place in my heart because during 2020, during the pandemic as it was occurring, I noticed that mental health was decreasing, not only with my friends, my loved ones, but also myself. And we saw it globally. People were encountering depression, and I wanted to seek questions that would provide answers to why this was occurring. I'm grateful to have found the Southwest Brain Bank because now I'm doing exactly just that.
So in the Southwest Brain Bank, we collect samples from people that suffered from depression or either was a victim of suicide. So we have been studying genomics and transcriptomics, and basically we have been creating a profile of what is these people suffering when they unfortunately pass it away.
When we receive a brain, of course the brain is very important for us to receive that donation, but something that is as important as the tissue itself is to have all the documentation and all the information that is going to tell us who this donor was. So in order to know that, we have to go over a series of psychological assessments, and we have to contact the next of kin that will give us all that information, and then we should be able to create or to have a psychiatric diagnosis, and we should be able to place that specific donation in a psychiatric category where it should belongs.
So the Southwest Brain Bank is located in a border region where the great majority of the population are Hispanics. It's a representative group in the country, and here we have the opportunity to understand more the genetics and the proteomics to see if the current therapies for several psychiatric illnesses may or may not be effective in this group.
I believe that we have the innovative technology and we have the resources to provide answers to the scientific community as well as to the community here in El Paso, to be advocates for the Hispanic community and to minimize the medical and mental disorders that are occurring within the area.
The future for SWBB is to train students, researchers, fellows, residents, and medical students on the biomedical research that we are carrying out in my lab and also at the Brain Bank to enhance the biomedical research for the Hispanic community.
So the last 20 years has been incredibly exciting for me, but they really are going to pale into what's going to happen in the next 20 years with the rapid change in the technology. Really pushing science. It's going to be even more essential to be able to supply people with tissue from where the illness resides. So I think it's going to be a bright future for the Southwest Brain Bank.